Hey guys, I'm MJ and I'm your Atlas to Life. I'm going to let the cards tell me where this reading is going to go and whom it's for. I'm thinking it's going to be for the collective because there's a lot of changes going on in the world today and we're really coming into our senses, if you know what I mean. Let me light my incense. You can get a personal read if you email me. They are $30. And my email address is em3dj3@gmail.com. Oh, excuse my hair. I live in Ohio, so I have hat head for at least 3 months out of the year. It's very cold here. And we'll do the sage cleansing too. But of course, I hope you're all doing very well. I know there's a lot of chaos going on in the United States right now. Bear with it. Choose wisely. Just love unconditionally, no matter what. This is a new tarot deck that I have. It's called Sun and Moon Tarot deck, and it was made by Vanessa Decor. I highly recommend it. It's fabulous. I'm going to show you all these cards. They're beautiful. Okay. Put this in my sage candle. Make sure that it's all the way out. And I'm just going to take my time with this reading today. Because that's what the winter mood makes me feel. Let us begin. Like this video. Anybody who watches a video on YouTube and gets anything out of it and does not hit the like button or subscribe to the channel, you don't always have to get notifications. That's just freaking rude, in my personal opinion. I comment on every video that I watch because I'm sharing my gratitude for the people who made the video. Makes sense to me. If it doesn't for you, then maybe you're still learning some lessons about how to be respectful to others. And I'm not going to hold that against you, but it's greatly appreciated. And it lets us know that what we're doing is for a good cause. Okay. The first card, which is the core, is the Empress. See how beautiful? Okay, so she is pregnant. Let's see. I'll hold it about here. She's a gorgeous hippie. Little rabbits and butterflies on the card. The Empress. This is an intuitive read, by the way. It's fertile with life. She's connected with Mother Gaia and nature. So what I'm feeling here today, and what my guides are telling me, is that we all need to get back to nature. And for some of us, I already know this reading is for me, because for some of us that's not so easily done in wintertime. Or, with craziness going on in the world around us. For the cross that we must bear. That was the number 3. It's the Magician. Isn't he cute? That is an absolutely adorable card. Okay. Bouncing on his bongo drums. He's got the universe making the sky behind him. He's pulling it in, directing the way. We need to get back to using our energy, to channeling the life that we deserve. I know we're all a little distracted right now. There's big changes, so many upgrades going on. It's not easy to get through, but we're going to come out on top, and this is all worthwhile. also get the High Priestess, which I really think she feels so much like the Empress to me. I've been resonating with this card a lot lately. So the balancing out of the dualities. What we have here, these are the things that are getting in the way, is there is, on the card, it shows the black and the white, but that's not what it is. It's the love versus the hate. And I don't like to define hate to the black or love to the white in any way. It's just internally and collectively, it's being balanced. And we're learning to use these new skills. We have abilities. You can burn a candle. This candle is burning for some very important people in my life. And for me, I connect with Source. I give my thanks to the east, to that element of air, to the south, to the element of fire. I give my thanks and gratitude to the element of water, that cleansing, to the west. I also am grateful and thankful for, to the north, the element of earth. They're all incorporated into my being, into all of our existences. And so we need to utilize them all and be grateful and thankful. So our voice, our desires, our emotions and feelings, the material things. Those cards are telling me to get back to that and quit being so distracted. When it comes to our desires, we have this Princess of Wands. It's literally a leopard on a flame, and she's reaching for the stars to guide her, to give her the things that she's always been dreaming of. To follow that one up is the Six of Cups. It's those memories, those childhood pleasures, those feelings of my family makes me feel comfortable and protected and secure, so I don't have to worry about that stuff, and I can go play with my friends. And I can love my life. Pleasure. This is what we desire. And what we get over. Ooh, I got this card a lot today. I've been doing some detailed analysis. I have many different tarot decks, and I've been combining them all into, one page, because I would like to make my own tarot deck someday. And I really want to fully incorporate all the different meanings and how what they mean to me. And this was today's card for me. So this is what we have going for us right now, collectively. It is the Two of Pentacles. We have the ability to adapt to change. We can choose new things. I would have to say that we've tried a lot in the past. And with our new abilities coming in, all these clairs, we're really fully incorporating them into our lives. And it's just a little bit of a test ground. Infinity's on the card. And this is a point in time where I feel like we're all studying and learning for what we're going to be able to use the stuff for later on in the future. So this is change. This is adaptability. And that's what we have going for us, because it's a changed world. That's for sure. Our DNA is being changed, on a regular basis. So many people are lagging behind, and we have to live in the same world as them. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nine of Wands is my card whenever I get a new tarot deck, and I do all the blessings and ask the cards, what is it that you're going to bring me? I got the Knight of Wands. This is strength. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so this is a sun and moon deck, and it's the night sky, and I saw this as your strong with this divine stuff, your purpose will be served. It's information being given, you know, galactic stuff. So that's what we had in the past. It's what we gained. So this reading is for many of us chosen ones who are very far ahead of the game. And as everybody else is changing, I feel like lately for me, when the I call it the Shumi, show me the Schumann resonance peaks. I'm comfortable, I'm happy, I'm me. But then it goes back down to where we used to know it as the norm, back down around, 7-ish. And it feels like it's trying to pull me back into that 3D, but I'm living in 5D with so many different senses. So that's not my comfort zone anymore, and it might not be the comfort zone for many of us. But we still live in a world where a lot of people are there. And we're the support for them. We're teaching them. Because for the future comes science. This is directed information. And I love that this is a lighter blue card. Science is the sword. It's the 6 of Swords. My life path is a 6, by the way. If that can, if that resonates with any of you. So it's our job to direct the intelligence and to help people along their way. We hold that what they seek to learn about themselves within us. And that's where it's heading. Whoa. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. What is our attitude? Our attitude is strength. Like the actual strength card. Not the 9 of Wands, which is a beautiful card too. But we have strength. And this is one of the major arcana cards, and it's so pretty. I'm looking at my new deck here with the wolf howling and the beautiful big moon behind them. I know it's comforting and pleasing to me to sit underneath the moon, and it makes me feel strong. It makes me know and feel that I'm part of something bigger than just this. We also get this 4 of Cups, and that could be me too. Oh my goodness. Sitting on that lotus flower beneath the moon. Maybe many of these mass upgrades are happening when the full moon is here. I do know it's just a new moon now, I think, but today is January 12th. We are following the cycles of the moon, and so it's each and every stage is helpful for us along this way. This card is luxury. We're living in the lap of luxury, even amongst conditions that are not quite, well, let's just say the way that I see it, is how many of us that are far advanced and ahead of the rest of the group, and have been for quite some time, we have a stronger purpose, and very much so. This is a situation where we're going to have to learn the lessons that we're going to have to share later on. So I know that we're experiencing repetitive bouts of extreme poverty, times in which we don't know if we have a house to live in. That's being threatened. It's just the circumstances. I wouldn't even want to explain them all. Don't worry about me. I trust the universe, and I know that I'm going to be just fine. But there are many times when we're not even so sure that we're going to have food. I've never known anybody who's ever lived like this. And it really all has a lot to do with what's going on with this coronavirus and, our employment basically ended. And it's all leading and heading to the right place. You just have to have faith. So, amongst whatever conditions it is, you're living in the lap of luxury. Just get out into nature. Balance your chakras, I'm going to pull 2 for this next one. This would be the outside world, and I just took the top and the bottom cards. And the first card we get for what's going on globally. And this is why every galactic being and all the higher beings and all of our angels and guides that are right here with us is because this is literally the best show ever for them. It's this dominion. They're watching the things that used to dominate us, you know, and how they would take hold. So this would be the outside world, this would be the others. And these people are still dominating. So they want to see what happens. It's a yang to who we are. Can we free them? I think we can. I know we're going to. The devil comes from their other, you know, to further the description of what's going on in the outer world. That's so yin-yang-y. This couple is down here below, and the devil thinks that he's got them. But that's not what I see here. I think they're freeing themselves from the web. Sorry if there's any snoring going on. Travis works third shift, and tonight he got sent home early, so he's catching up on some very much needed sleep, and I'm in the living room. I don't have an office. I wish that I did. And that's okay. It's wonderful. He's part of my world. Okay. For our hopes and our fears, there's 4 cards sticking out in this beautiful tarot deck. And I love the way it's written on this card. I've never seen it in any other tarot deck. It says death, and it also says the word rebirth. That's beautiful. Travis. Hey, Travis. You're kind of getting snoring in the background of my video.
Sorry.
It's okay. Maybe you could go in the other room or something. Because this is important for the people. Alright. So what I see on this card, our fire, which I consider to be our passion, is the light, and our life purposes has been reborn. It's being reborn in many. Some of us, it was born long ago. And we're going to put an end to those injustices. Next is the Queen of Cups. So queens are the influencers, and they share this information with the people that they love within their kingdom. Empress, for the lovers. We feel their feelings. We use all of our senses to really know what's going on and find out what's best for everyone. Hopes and fears, mind you. We're not afraid to use that stuff anymore. Because what we are realizing is that we're gaining valor. Honor. We're honoring our gifts, potentially for the first time ever. And we're willing to take that high road for the sake of the others, the rest of the world, for everyone, because we are one love. And the universe comes here, and this is such a cute little universe card. Look at that. My golly, it's beautiful. We are there. Quit waiting. You've already reached enlightenment. You're already serving your life purpose. Our life purposes weren't like little easy things to do. It's completely going to be work for the rest of our lives. You took the call. You came here for a reason. It's beautiful. Let's see where this is headed. The outcome. Ooh, okay. And this is fun. I love that little guy hanging there. On this card, it's very pretty. In this deck, he is a tree. I remember reading that when I was reading about this card. So, hang in there. It's going to be a little while. Not like forever or anything. It's already begun. This is a flux, you know, we're in the flow. So we're a little back here, we're a little up here, and right now we're experiencing both. We have the capacity, the propensity to be able to do that. Because we were chosen. This time will not be wasted. That's all part of the plan. Now, quickly, to speed things up a little bit. Okay. From the east, without our voices, we have 9 swords. Okay? It's still keeping us up a little bit at night. For a good cause. Each and every time you have a vivid dream, something that's very important to you, write it down. It might not make sense to you now, but those are the messages that you're supposed to be sharing with the world. You're receiving them more and more right now. It's very important. We just blow that stuff off. Like, I really wish I would have written down what I was getting this morning, because it was wonderful. Okay, for the south, we have our fires, our passion, our desires. This is our driving force, our willpower. Justice will be done. Think of the United States. It's where I'm at. It's very scary. I'm not afraid of those people living a life of hate, because love's going to prevail. They will come to their senses and realize that what they're doing is not worthwhile. And if I lost you there, then don't watch my video. I'm not judging anyone. I value their opinions and their point of view too. I will also value their opinion when they realize that love always wins. And the right justice is for everyone and not their selfish selves. But I love you, even if you're one of those people. Just don't hurt others. Violence is not the answer. Violence has never been the answer. How would you like it if it was the other way around and you were on the other side? Would you be okay with other people doing that to the ones that you love? Okay, water. The cleansing element of healing. Right now, the Ace of Pentacles is on your side. So there's manifestation here. We're getting a brand new beginning and a new chance to heal the world. These are hard situations. But this might be what's just needed for us to use our skills, abilities, talents, what we were brought onto this planet to use. And that's an Earth card. So, if you're confused, go outside, go into nature. Okay, 2 cards for the north, this Earth element. We're Earth angels, by the way. Okay. The 9 of Cups. Don't worry, be happy. Look at just dive in there and save the others. They might not know or hear what you're saying now. And don't push it. The little things you're doing energetically. The personal things you do for yourself every day, just by cleansing yourself, keeping your chakra spells cleansed and aligned. The energy healing you're doing is expanding. This is 9. It's not a 10 yet, but we're getting very close. And so by healing yourself, you're healing the others. And right now, that may be all that's needed. Our earth, everything we can see, touch, taste, feel, needs love. And that's what we're going to pass around this planet, this world, this earth. It's beautiful. Go hug a tree. Connections. Be kind instead. It might just be exactly what somebody needed. Somebody filled with hate. Show them happiness. Show them that they can be happy. And they shouldn't let this media stuff bother them. Okay. What does Spirit and Source have to say for us? And what's the case with that? Spirit is under some strife. right now. They're fighting the fight. And this fight is a little bit of a worthless cause, in a sense. It's a struggle that's not worth fighting. So, they're trying to get through to a lot of people. And not everybody can hear their messages like we can right now. So we'll be there for that stuff for them. Maybe it's us that they're trying to tell certain messages to. And we struggle. We're not perfect, and this is new to all of us, all of our new senses, all of our new skills and abilities. Just always make sure that in every situation, listen from here and sit. This is where your guides speak to you. Here. The pitch, you know, that vibration, it's going up, it's going down. The higher the pitch, it's probably a yes. The lower the pitch, those are a little bit lower vibrations. Some people even, you know, hear words, but apparently these words are all just like a jumbled sentence without any spaces in between, and it's not able to be picked up because you might just know. Like, you're picking up on what those words mean, but you just know that stuff. I think all of these clairsentient, clairaudient, clairvoyance are super combined. So there's the smelling, the tasting, the hearing, the seeing, and the third eye, you know, where you see the third eye stuff with the psychic abilities. So picture a triangle in your head, it's like a movie playing. Or in front of your eyes, it's like you're watching through a screen. You're using these things more than you know. You're being given information. Stop questioning it. Your body tells you. Asking a question in your mind saying, well, is this the way it is, or is that the way it is? Listen to your body. And pay attention. That felt like a yes, if you don't trust yourself. Well, ask again with another question a little bit later on. You'll get the same answer from the same place. Always keep in mind the different chakras and the different spots, right? If it's up here, you're getting voice that. If it's up here, share that. You can use your mind to feed information into other people or get it from them. This is divine stuff here. Your heart is the most important. Anywhere within here, even if it's right back here, that's, ooh, I don't like that, you know, that doesn't feel right, but I keep noticing that spot, kind of, I feel tension there, or sharp piercing here, that's not right. You've got this thing. You're going to start to notice the signs so much more. It's what Spirit's doing. It's causing some strife, maybe even in our bodies, and we're going to begin to pick up on that. I've been doing it for years. If you're having digestional pain or hormonal stuff, or like think of the two chakras here. There's the orange sacral. There's the yellow solar plexus. Study what they mean. They're giving you signs. You can go within your mind, because they all work together. You can eventually, with some practice, and don't ever forget your root chakra. If that area is bothering you, you need to get out to nature, get your feet on the ground, hug trees. I wasn't really joking about that stuff. It all begins to make sense. And the synchronicities with the numbers. It's always been being told to us. You don't have to hear exact words from people. You are somebody who is smart enough to pick up on similarities. You've got this thing. And then they all just start coming in more and more. And sometimes these messages aren't even for you. But the strife that's being caused on this planet right now is for the best well-being and good of everyone. It's forcing these changes quicker. And we are all adapting. These cards are telling me that. Let's look at the push. It's the push for change. It's good fortune change. This is the wheel of good fortune. So we're all being pushed harder than we've ever been pushed before right now. What is it pulling for? This one's sticking up. Let's check that one. It wants us to collaborate. This is 3. 3 was the very first card. It was the number 3. And this is emotional stuff. Gosh darn how we shut ourselves down when we feel threatened, or I don't like the way that feels, the way that I know. You start to read these signs, I know what they're thinking, and I'm just going to stay out of it. And that's when you have to open yourself up more. And instead of becoming part of it or forcing your feelings onto others, this is cups, do the cleansing thing. That healing, this Reiki. We're all going to be very familiar with all of these different things very soon. Reiki them. You can channel the energy within your own body to one spot within your body that's bothering you. Try it. It will heal the area in your body. It will direct the blood flow, or stop sending so much blood flow to that spot. It will distribute, it will release the negativity that's blocking things. Do it with other people. Do it with love, because you care about that relationship, not with words. Reiki them. They don't need your permission for that. You heal yourself. That's the most important. And only when you are pure can you heal the others. I've always said. Okay. Next, I'm just going to do what this deck says to do. You put one card down, and it's the Chariot. And we look at this card, and we think about what can we resonate with. The Chariot is the energy is about, we have like that magician channeled energy and the ability to use it. This is a very good time, and it makes very much sense right now because there's sorry, all this manifestation, you know, the channels are open, the universe is on our side. And right now, we have the ability to utilize all of these factors. Next, you lay this card down beside that card, and you think, what within me might I need to release? This is the Two of Swords. This is peace. You need to make peace. You need to quit trying to choose. It's already chosen deep within you. It's why you're having that internal struggle. So let go of the internal struggle. Live the life you are meant to live and just give into it. You don't have to go around telling everybody what you're doing. The energy's there for you to get rid of that internal struggle. To choose love. Okay, that one came right out. To further clarify that, we have the Queen of Wands. Man, is she beautiful. And has come up a lot for me because I'm just learning this deck, and of course I've pulled a million cards. I probably pulled 1,000 cards since I got this last, Friday, I think. And I got 2 decks, which is beautiful. They sent me 2 decks, so I sent them to a mentor of mine. Her name is Jody Sisk. You can find her on Facebook. She's spot on with every tarot card reading she's ever done. And I started to notice this, and so I began following her, and I told her, and I'm a moderator for her channel and everything, because she knows what she's talking about. So I sent her a deck. I gifted it to her, and I will get paid back from the universe. I think that's a beautiful thing. They sent me 2 decks instead of 1. This is my thing, this tarot deck. The universe found it for me. I hit on, 35 different decks on the same platform. But when I hit on this one, it sent it to check out. And I didn't even notice they were sending me 2 decks. I thought, well, that's a little bit expensive. I said, I have to go with it, whatever's going on, because it sent it right to checkout, and I checked out right away and let the universe pick this deck for me. So here we have the Queen of Wands. This will be furthering. And this is the way you're supposed to read the Sun and Moon Tarot deck. For further clarification, she's got her sheet up. They are grounded. They are using their desires. Queens are sharing this with the kingdom. But what are they sharing exactly? I'd like to know. Okay, it's in the works. Look how cute he's doing. He's graffitiing on the wall. They're cute. That's one of my favorite cards. Okay. It's about all of this divine information. I know it's not a sword, but we've known about this stuff for a long time. We've been very passionate about it. We didn't understand where it was coming from or why we knew what we knew. We just knew what we knew. We're wealths of information. Also, we know when anybody's talking to us what they need from our wealth of information. So we're sharing what we were so passionate about and so desirable about in the past in an earthly form. We're giving that form to them so that, I mean, they can utilize it within their own resources and be able to use it with what they do have. For this one, you're supposed to lay another card down here. And this is what we might be able to let go of. Oh, it's beautiful. Many of us think it's this relationship that's the most important thing. This relationship is what we get when we let go of wanting this relationship. Isn't that the hardest concept on the planet? Instead of doing our purpose on the planet, we're thinking about how we are trying to manifest many of the twin flame things and stuff like that. When you give it up, you let it go, you get it all 10 cups come right back to you. Your happy, very pale Disneyland vision of existence. Probably the hardest lesson we're ever going to learn on this planet. It will be yours. Emotional fulfillment. That's such a cute little card, too. And it'll be yours. Okay. Let's do, this is a Thoth style deck. Thoth style deck. Quickly. The Prince of Swords. The Princess of Swords. And the Prince of Wands. Each of them in action. This guy up here, that's the King of Swords. Give us an action for the Prince of Swords here in the middle. 3 Wands. Princess of Swords. Ace of Cups. Prince of Wands. 3 of Swords. We'll start there because there's many more cards to be pulled, but this will be quick. I'll be quick. Okay, and that will go down, so I'm giving it up here. I love that little Emperor card. I think it's my favorite of the male-ish, the GM cards in this deck. Okay. This is the main issue and what's going on. We are getting messages, new information. These are the upgrades we're receiving, of course. And they're making us have to look at the juggle our passions and our desires so that we can use them for the good of all well-being of everyone. Now, to go along with that, this is all the current issue. The Thoth reading style. We've got the Princess. This would be like the Page of Swords. So, we're getting the messages. And it's sparking within us. We're pulling it out of our resources, our soul, remembering things, newness to what we were thinking before because it was always within there, but we went inside. We didn't have to. It was given and it reminded us. Which is bringing forth these new beginnings with emotions. It's going to make us shed those emotions, you know, to let go of the things that are blocking us from feeling the things that we felt in past lifetimes, that the universe is guiding us to feel from source. We've been blocking ourselves from source, so it's opening us up to this newness here. And the last one for the main issue, it's another prince. And princes are messages of that we probably need to eventually share with others if we're not already sharing them with the ones that we love at all times. And this is our passions, our desires, our force, what's guiding us all here and now. So we're beginning to connect with other people who are sharing the same passions, the same desires. And the Three of Swords, we're connecting with the things inside of anyone we talk to that we can relate to from our past, these heartbreaks, and we're reaching out to them. We want to fix them and stop their hearts from aching. You know, that's really our life purpose. It's how we heal, how we all end up loving unconditionally. Go down the next card here. Now this one you do have to get them all down real quick. Let's go with this one. What did this guy? 2 more to go. I don't know why. I felt like that wasn't right. Two, three, 4 more to go. These cards always fall right where they need to. For us, I like that one there. That's a beautiful card. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it for the cards. Let's look at what we have. When we do this reading, like the old school, this is the Egyptian version. This is incorporating a lot of astrological factors and elemental stuff. We go from the left to the right. We have power. This is the 4 of Pentacles. I see that as 4 elements that we are using. Of course, there's always that 5th, which we're just new to. I see, and I'll show you that card. It's Earth, you know. They're all available to us on this Earth. We are more powerful than we know. I also see victory. This reminds me of a victory that's being celebrated a little bit too early, but that's good. You should do that every time, you know, like tell yourself you're doing great. I mean, you know there's more to come, but be proud. This is a wand, it's a fire, it's a desire. Celebrate every single time that you amaze yourself and that you start noticing even more synchronicities and abilities within yourself, and you know, you foster them, you learn them. 7 of Cups. The moon's not full here. Sometimes we feel like we just want to fall into the emotional bliss and happiness and just with another. And we forget about our cause, our purpose. And that's lovely at times, but just don't stick with that for too long, because it's not lasting. Okay. This can be one alternative, or it could relate to this next side here. We have the Master of the information. I really, really, really like three birds here. 3 is a very powerful number for me. I actually have 3 stars tattooed on my breast. But, so, and they're in the same shape. What you're learning and being given You're mastering it before you're sharing it with other people. Because it's your job to lay down the footwork, you know, the structure, the authority on what you're talking about before you share it with others. You're not just going to talk from your mouth. You're going to make sure that what you're saying means what it's meant to mean. And the Lovers comes next. It's a very beautiful card. The Lovers means we're doing it for love, for the cause. And this isn't just for the two people. It's also for the children and the animals in the kingdom. And I think these cards actually, in this case, are straight across. Because love rules and hate rules. Right? You've never been able to live for anything other than love. It's not just in your personal relationships, it's in everything you've ever done. That's why you are drawn. And higher. Beautiful, look at this one. Because the Star card comes next. Your subconscious mind and your intuition have always been guiding you. You've always had hope, you've always had faith, no matter what. For the good, for the cause. You knew something that others, I don't know if they ignored it, or was it important enough to them, or what. But you've always been in it for love. There's some psychological factors that you're going to have to deal with coming up in the next days. And so we have this King of Wands. The king, you know, the master, has to share this with his passions, his desires with his kingdom, is going to bring forth some wealth. It's needed. Please forget that, you know, we're doing our cause instead. We're living for love. So we're going to have to figure out a way to make some kind of money to foot the bill for us to share with our kingdom. What, you know, can driving force lead us all to the right place. And psychologically, if that's not so easy for some of us, it's very hard. That can lead us to want to just feel like we're ruined. Maybe we're not good enough. Maybe we weren't meant to do this. Maybe the love connection that you're trying to get wasn't worth it. Do not let that bring you down. When it says psychological factors, this just means the stuff that's going on in your brain. Should I give up? No. Do not let it lead you to ruin. You haven't worked this hard for nothing. Don't give up yet. But, in the same sense, let it ruin certain things within you that are not helping you anymore. Come to a truce. Accept the information. It's hard to accept. Lay with it. You don't have to give things up if you're not ready. But if you choose to hold on to things that aren't helping you, then you're not going to go further. You're not going to proceed. You're not going to be able to heal the others. You're not going to be able to save the world, heal this planet. And that's up to you. Let go of them when you're ready, or don't let go of them at all. It's your life. Your choice. You're being given the right information. You're being given the chance to work all these things out. Do the chakra work. Do the aligning, the balancing, the acupuncture. It's up to you. But maybe for now, just work on a few of them. Or accept the fact that you're going to hang on to them for now. And the universe will push you based on what you've chosen for the time being. They adapt. Okay. These are factors that you do not have control over, like the psychological stuff that's trying to mess you up. Gamble, be quiet. Just because a car drove by, it's fine. No, you're a tough doggy. You're saving my life. Universal factors that you don't have any control over. It's that Queen of Pentacles, and I really like this because The Queen is the influencer, and then she's putting the money where it needs to be, the resources where it needs to be, the material things where they need to be. We don't need them right now, and it's the hardest thing to understand because I've got none. Right? We can barely even keep a house or food, and Travis has one of the best jobs around, so stupid COVID. But it's forcing many of us to have to understand that lesson. And what happens when we don't have certain things? We open up into a new way of thinking. We realize things that we never would have had if we were living with everything that we had ever wanted. We never would have gone to these places. Guess what we get? It's completion. It's what we've all been longing for. It's that world card that came up before. It's forcing these changes that help us be more complete. So that we're not stuck to that web. We can use that. To me, it looks more like, they say it's a web, but it looks more like the sailboat thing that turns the wheel, leading us to our goal, our destination, which ultimately is the entire human race and all of the collective. That's why all the galactics are here watching, is for us to get to that new life, to that new world, and begin the new cycle as the Fool, right? So that, think of in this last cycle, what all the progression and evolution of humankind was, how much growth, and we were so different from the beings of the past. It's beautiful, right? Imagine what we're going to learn the next time if we can just get to the point where we can just begin the new cycle again. Can you even imagine, after this next cycle, how wonderful the human race will be? And during, that's what we're here for, we've all been working for, and I honor you for staying true to yourself and for taking the time to learn lessons and change and find and know and meet yourself again. It's beautiful. The last card is a psychological, a universal factor that we cannot avoid. That's what that section is. And it's the Tower moments. We're not going to get past them. Our pride's going to be broken, not just individually, along the way. It's the whole human race when it gets down to this corner here. So you have to think of these sudden upheavals, this losing everything. And sometimes you have to lose it all. It's that rock bottom stuff before you get bliss, the love. And it's not just this one lifetime. We're here to almost cause that on this planet. Many of us, because of the music we listen to or the ideas, and us being different, we were the ones pushing for this. It wasn't us pushing the others. It was the universe pushing us to push the others. So you're doing great. Thank you so much for your contributions. Sacrifice for sure. But what do you get with the Tower card? The Tower moments are into the next, the most beautiful thing. It's a brand new beginnings. This card fell over to the side. Oh my gosh, I love it. I was saying that 2020 was judgment, was in this deck, the Ion and the other decks. The Ion leads to the world, which is completion. So give it a minute. We're not quite there yet. Sorry, my dog's being super annoying. I'll pet you. I'm almost done. His name's Gamble, you'll see him. Come here. Say hi. I'm cute. I'm so cute. I know my mom to stop playing her game on the cards. Oh, lay down, Bubble, right there. You can sit here. That's cool. Okay, this is Gamble's favorite card too. We like the Ion. Judgment Day. I was calling it as 2020 all this time. Well, it lingers on. let's only let it linger on for the first half of 2021. Okay, I will stop here. If you'd like a personalized reading, I specialize in twin flames. I have to tell you, I'm quite the guru. Everybody I talk to who gets a hold of me about twin flames, they contact them that day. I can help you guys connect. It's what I do. I can definitely resonate with those energies. It's what I was put on this planet to do. My baby's sleepy, tired guy. Alright, that was a very long reading. You did a great job, Campbell. You're so cute. Okay, em3dj3@gmail.com, $30 personal reads. I'm doing sessions, though, the twin flame stuff for $5, just because I want to connect with your energy, because I'm here to heal. And I wouldn't ask money for any of my readings if I could afford not to. But we're getting back on track because the world stopped and a lot of jobs, you know, we're in the fall, you know, part of that. So that's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Love you, collective. Stay bright. I love your vibes. See you next time. Peace and love. Namaste from MJ, your atlas to life.